Morning, guys. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Give it another minute or two. Still February 1st, 2024. The Weaver Agency of Roseman, California. No, we're not doing the diary. We may do other things, but I'm still checking on the news feeds right now to see what can and can't be said. I agree with a fellow tuber of mine who's got issues regarding the community standards, and I guess this one I'm going to have to talk about the community standards. When it comes down for posting stuff on social media, we are subject to terms and conditions of the entities that we are using. We forget that there's a limit of how much we can put on there. Not amount wise of material, but content. There are certain standards out there that we still have to go by. And unfortunately, we keep forgetting that. Some of us are still getting tagged left and right. Either we hadn't been caught too soon or else we already been caught soon enough to where we get flagged and dragged out into the open and or just silenced because we are taking funding at this point. But we're still trying to show people that we're okay. It's okay to throw gross stuff up there and to freak people out because we want to get the likes, we want to get the feedback. My situations, I don't do that kind of stuff. I try not to. Talk controversial, but I'm trying not to scare people left and right or try to make it into a joke like everything else is right now. And we are dealing with a joke. We're dealing with a lot of things happening that's affecting our lives this morning. It's scary and terrifying as we're seeing things changing around us left and right. And we want to talk about it. We want to express our own outrage or our own confusion or our own opinions about what's going on. For some people, it's not enough. They want to make sure that they want to be explosive about their own viewpoints. They want to make sure that their viewpoints matter the most, either by trying to get as much recognition or attention to it, or worse than that. Give me 1 second. I need to put you on pause. Okay, to be honest, I kind of lost track of what the hell I was talking about because I was trying to catch up with actually with MSNBC, what they were talking about Donald Trump and his particular delusions of grandeur. No, they were okay on MSNBC. The panelists were talking about how Trump's diminished mental capacity had gone even more worse, if there is such a thing grammatically saying. How about just saying really off the deep end and sinking fast? Talking about and joking about trying to use voter ID to get a loaf of bread and make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches out of. I don't know. I didn't get that damn thing. All I know is sometimes on the corporate media, they're talking about stuff that other people are talking about left and right. The EU still going to be financing certain aspects that they don't like to finance, but they're going to do that anyway. And I imagine the Brits across the pond are still wondering why it was such a good idea to do the Brexit in the first place. So we're also going to talk about that. This morning on CNN, I was coming across the Fulton County DA stating to people that she is not getting herself reclused. She's not getting herself excused. She's not leaving the fight. That's good. In the other previous videos, I know I was talking about my own personal breakdowns left and right, what was going on these days. and I'm still trying to deal with what's going on, if anything. Uh, we have our politicians in our Congress still trying to decide whether or not they still want to do bipartisan or not. There's been a few bills being passed around left and right, and it's still being debated. Hopefully, without extremists trying to say, no, this is not right, no, this is not right. Try imagine having a politician, a governor, still trying to say that, and this is going to be opening up doors on this one here. There is no racism in the United States, according to Nikki Haley. She said so. It's being posted on social media. It's being posted everywhere else. So as I was trying to make an indication concerning about maybe in my previous videos, a long time ago or even current, we are still subject to the terms and conditions of what we are able to say and not say. FCC basically governs the main corporate medias when they're doing their broadcasting left and right. But it's the independent platform holders out there that still have to hold up to some kind of weird ass standard to see whether we can say something totally disgusting or not, or show something disgusting, or even allude to something disgusting. Well, we consider something disgusting. Meanwhile, everything else is going hell in a handbasket. We keep showing about car chases being happening and people getting killed left and right, and those not on a constant basis, though. Not a constant basis. We also can tell people about any mass shootings happening. We'll get into the details of that one, and that scares the hell out of me. It's not the world going to go into a nuke. No, it's coming across a particular area and then hoping that I don't come across into a shooting gallery. I worry about that. I also worry about things happening in my own home compared to what I think about what's happening abroad. Imagine living in a landscape of hell where everyone else is trying to kill you and you don't even have the reason why. Except you wake up, you thought it was a dream, maybe it was coming from the news, and then you walk outside your own door and you see your own neighborhood blown to hell because you think you're back in the Middle East. Not really, because where you're at right now is in your own home neighborhood when you have a lunatic out there trying to kill you because he went off the deep end. My other videos, I went a bit crazy in my own rantings and ravings at this point over here, expressing my outrage, my confusion, and me being pissed off at a hell of a lot of things. Why are we going through this in the first place? Why is this happening? Why is this supposed to be happening? We can't even say it. We don't even know what the hell we're doing. But the social media platforms that we're on have these corporate media, have these rules and regulations, requirements, and what you can and can't say. But we can make allusions to it on other channels, can't we? How am I doing this morning? I haven't had my coffee yet. Am I being delusional at this point over here? No, I'm just not awake yet. Can I try talking something about maybe less controversial? Possibly. Am I going to be supporting something? Am I going to be denigrating something? I don't know. All I can tell you is I've been awake for a few hours. I still want to go back to bed, but my feet are still trying to kill me. I'm worried about how much medications I'm going to be pumping into my body before my body develops the level of toxicity necessary to say, okay, that's enough. You do any more, we're going to terminate your existence. I worry about that. I've seen how dependent upon medications at this point over here either gives a semblance of life or else we're going to be having our bodies shutting down on us left and right. But we need it because we need a semblance of life, don't we? That's what scares me more. Sometimes I hate to being turned into a lab rat, and I'm wondering if the medication's so golden at this point over here. Is it going to try killing me in the process? Because I've had that happen before. I've had medications promise to do one thing or another thing, and it turns out it wasn't doing it completely at all. So the doctor said, "Well, now we get to try you on something else." Wait a second, I got some genetic damage going on over here, and you still want to experiment on me? Yeah! Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde meets Frankenstein's creator. They're all working on the creation of the monster. They're working on the creature. And by the time we have this done, we'll make a creation so hideous he doesn't know what the hell he is. I'll wake up in the morning, I still don't know who the hell I am. So I'm still trying to ask myself, what am I doing? Why am I doing all these damn videos? I've got to be out of my damn mind. Anyway, I think it's time for me to raise up the level of toxicity in my body right now. I had maybe a few good hours of sleep without the damn body throbbing in my feet saying, "Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?" Yeah, the neuropathy's kicking in. Every so often I'll feel the jolts of my feet, walking or not walking. The mortal corpse slowly deteriorates. I don't have to lift a finger. I don't have to say the S word at this point over here. It's still doing it for me. So, this is one video that's not going to be put out there. That's for damn sure.